Okay. Previous class we have learned evidences in history. What are evidences? Sources. No, or things used by the people in the past. Okay. Then two type of sources we have learned. Which are the two type of sources? Archaeological sources and literary sources. Which are the two type of sources? Archaeological sources and literary sources. What is archaeology? That also I told in the previous class now. Archaeology means the scientific study of prehistoric people and their culture. Scientific study of prehistoric people and their culture by the analysis of these sources. Okay. And the people who study archaeology are known as archaeologists. The people who study about archaeology are known as archaeologists. Okay. And these archaeologists collect different sources from the site, and they analyze these sources and collect informations about the past. Then these archaeological sources played a very important role in the construction of our country, and these sources increase our knowledge of past. By the study of these archaeological sources, it gives a lot of knowledge and information and valuable information about the past. And archaeologists have found so many sources, and the sources are about 2 centuries old, 200 years old. Okay. And different archaeological sources are monuments, inscriptions, artifacts, and coins. What are the different archaeological sources? Monuments, inscriptions, artifacts, and coins are the examples of different archaeological sources. Let's learn each one of them in detail. Okay. Monuments. What are monuments? Previous year you have learned the names of some monuments, no? Do you remember now? Monuments are buildings of historical importance. What are monuments? Monuments are buildings of historical importance. Can you say the names of 2-3 monuments that you have learned in the previous year? Yes. Taj Mahal, Qutub Minar, Sanji Stupa, Red Fort, Lotus Temple. Okay, all these are the different monuments made by the people in the past. Okay, and they tell us about the period in which they were built, and the person who built it, their social life, religious belief, and the culture. By the study of these monuments, we will get a lot of information about the period in which they built, or which person or which king's time period it is built, and their social life, their religious, cultural, all beliefs, all these things are we get from the study of the monuments. Okay. The temples, stupas, monasteries help us to know about the past life. Monasteries means the place of the Buddhist saints. Okay. Then monuments tell us about the cultural heritage and their importance. So all these things are provided by the monuments. Then next, inscriptions. What are inscriptions? Inscriptions are written records which were carved on rocks, cave walls, metal pillars, walls of temples, and on clay. Inscriptions are written records. Written records not on the paper or on the book or in the book, but on the rocks, cave walls, metal pillars, or the walls of the temples. When we get to coins, or when we visit some historical monuments, we can see that some poems or some names or some mantras were written on these pillars, walls of the temples, etc. No? So these are called the inscriptions. That means something's carved by some sharp objects on these things. They are called the inscriptions. Okay. So these inscriptions of India were made by the kings and royal patterns of the period. Very old time, kings and royal patterns, royal peoples were written, carved on these items. Okay. A large number of inscriptions belong to the Emperor Ashoka of Maurya dynasty has been found. Historians or archaeologists found different inscriptions of the Maurya dynasty. Emperor Ashoka was one of the great king of Maurya dynasty, and that times inscriptions were found out by the archaeologist. Okay, and these inscriptions also tell us about the cultural life of the people of past. Then artifacts. What are artifacts? The artifact is an object made by any human being. That means the things made by the people in the past. For example, the objects include pottery, pot working, no, pot making, pottery. Then tools and weapons. Elements used stone tools, and later they used the metal tools and weapons to hunt animals. Then metal objects, jewelry, ornaments, jewelry and ornaments. All these are the things made and used by the people in the past. So these are called the artifacts. Okay, different artifact. And these artifacts help us with vital clues about the past. Very important clues they give us about the past. Okay, these are the different artifacts. Which are the different artifacts? The objects include pottery, tools, metal objects, jewelry, ornaments and weapons. Then coins. Next is coins. Coins, you know what are coins. These are valuable source of information. Coins are also tell us about the past, and mainly coins tell us about the economy and the finance of the kingdom. Which kingdom or which emperor's period the coins built, and that emperor's or king's picture or their name and their year, etc. were carved on the coins. And by studying these coins, by the study of these coins, it also tells us about the economy, finance of that kingdom, and the extent of the king's empire, and the trade with other region. Trade means exchange of goods from one place to another place, and trade and their extent of the king's empire, from where to where their empire extended. All these things are tell us. All these things are tell by the study of the coin. We get all these informations we get from the study of the coins. Okay. So understand all of you the archaeological sources. The different archaeological sources are monuments, inscriptions, artifacts and coins. Okay. Then literary sources also there. Literary sources are of two types: religious sources and secular sources. Religious sources and secular sources. Secular sources, examples of secular sources are Dharma Sutras, Smritis, Arthashastras, literature, poems of Kalidas. All these are the examples of literary sources. Some written works, poems, then some stories, etc. All these are the literary sources of the past. Okay. Understand? So which are the two type of sources? Religious sources and literary sources and archaeological sources. Archaeological sources we have learned monuments, inscriptions, artifacts and coins. Okay. Now take out your page number 11. Two short answers are there. You have already done short answer A, B, C and D. Now E and F. Okay. Name the objects preserved as artifact. Short answer E. I will read the question and answer. First I will read the question. Name the objects preserved as artifact. The answer is in page number 9. Page number 9, second paragraph, second line. The objects include pottery, tools, metal objects, jewelry, ornaments and weapons. Once again I will read the answer. Page number 9, second paragraph, second line. The objects include pottery, tools, metal objects, jewelry, ornaments and weapons are the objects preserved as artifact. Then F. Question F. Name the secular literary sources. Name the secular literary sources. Page number 10. It is in page number 10, first paragraph, second line. Page number 10, first paragraph, second line. Dharma Sutras, Smritis, Arthashastra, poems of Kalidas. Once again, Dharma Sutras, Smritis, Arthashastras and poems of Kalidas are the secular literary sources. Are the secular literary sources. Okay? Understand all of you? Yes. So short answers all over now. A to F. All of you write in copy. These two now. E and F. Okay? Understand? Clear? Bye.